Just when I was about to pat myself on the back for my last video and relax, Japan's government decided to drop more big news regarding unguided tours. Back in June, Prime Minister Kishida opened Japan's borders to tourists, but on the condition they were guided tours. Unsurprisingly, this was not well received with the rest of the world, as everyone wants to explore Japan on their own so they can fully immerse themselves in the culture. Well, the government finally caught on to this and decided to ease restrictions and allow unguided tours. When this news dropped, everyone managed their expectations, as they awaited specific guidance from the government. Well, that guidance from the government just dropped today, and it's actually a pretty big deal. The government announced that starting September 7th, the only things that tourists have to do is book their flight and hotel through a travel agency, get the visa, and that's it. Once you arrive in Japan, you are free to do whatever you want. You might think this is a little hard to believe, and I thought so too. So I called Japan's International Tourism Agency to get the absolute truth from Japan's own government. In today's video, we will cover the phone call I had with Japan's International Tourism Agency, the key points to take away from this conversation, and what this could mean for Japan's full reopening in the near future. If you're new here, I cover all things Japan, including Japan travel updates as soon as they're available. If that's of interest to you, hit that subscribe button and be the first to find out when Japan will open again. Alright, so just like you, I was surprised by the leniency on the new tourist policy to enter Japan. So I called Japan's International Tourism Agency to get the exact guidance from them. And here's how the conversation went. Hi, hello Suzuki-san. It's me again. I got my friend here with me now, and I just wanted to ask you the questions again because he wanted to hear them. Just the first question, like I asked before, starting September 7th, all tourists have to do is book a flight and hotel through a travel agency, correct?
Yes, correct.
Right. Or the other question I had was, for like the hotel, there's not a specific hotel list, right? Whatever the tourist arranges through the travel agency?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Any hotel or hotel, anything.
Excellent. Yeah, my next question was, after they book the hotel and flight through the agency and they get their visa approved and they arrive in Japan, and the tourist is free to do whatever they want once they check in with the agency.
Yeah. The contact with the travel agency in Japan, they have to be covered all time with a travel agency, because if something happens to them and they have to, contact the travel agency.
Right. I'm taking away, like, the main point is tourist arrives, they can do what they want after they check into the hotel and, they contact the travel agency. Biggest thing is just for tracking purposes, like if the tourist gets COVID or gets hurt or something, the travel agency is able to trace back where they were at. Okay. Cool. My last question was, in order to start this whole process, all I have to do is just Google a travel agency that's in Japan, that's in the area I want to explore.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I can already tell my friend's smiling on the other side. I can feel it. It's pretty exciting news. I really appreciate you taking time again to talk to me and clarify the news.
Thank you.
Suzuki-san, you have yourself a good day, okay? And a good weekend.
Thank you. You too.
All right, bye. Let's break it down to the key points in Japan's new process starting September 7th. First, Google a Japan travel agency in the area you want to visit. Based on the phone conversation, you can book through any Japan travel agency, as they have the ability to give you an ERFS, the first step you need in order to get your tourist visa process started. Second, you can discuss with the travel agency how long you want to stay, what flights you'll take, and what hotel you'll stay at. Third, once all of that is good to go, the travel agency will get your ERFS so you can get your visa process started. Fourth, once you get your visa approved, you can fly to Japan. Here's the best part. Once you arrive in Japan and you check in with your travel agency, you are free to explore. All you have to do is monitor your health, and if you come down with COVID, you notify the travel agency and take the appropriate steps. Not too bad, in my opinion. The only thing left that's going to be a slight obstacle is the visa requirement. But let's talk about that now, as I have a pretty solid theory of what might happen pretty soon. Well, you might ask, Alex, how is the visa waiver the only thing left for a full reopening? We would still have to do away with booking through a travel agency too. Well, let's talk about that. I believe once the visa waiver returns, the travel agency requirement will go away as well. I mean, think about it. What would be the point of booking through a travel agency if you don't need them to get into the country anymore? With that, I think the reason why the government is keeping the visa requirement around is because of how the government has classified COVID for the time being. Right now, the government has classified COVID as a Category 2 disease, which means hospitals must report every positive case to the government right now, whether it's severe or not. With this reporting criteria still in effect, it could explain why the government is still requiring visas and a daily entry cap. Once COVID gets reclassified to the same category as the flu, we will most likely see real progress towards the visa waiver, and thus a full reopening. Also, on the subject of visa waivers, just last week, politician Konotaro posted in a tweet that visa waivers could soon follow after the daily cap is raised, and I wonder what just happened a couple days ago. If you want to see more on the visa waiver topic, then check out my last video, where I cover that subject in depth. There's been so much news about Japan's reopening coming so fast, you don't want to miss a single update. With that being said, if you found this video helpful, then give that like button a click, and subscribe to be the first to hear about any Japan travel updates. That's gonna do it for now, and until next time, I'll see you then.